Damn it. So you want to add links to your Godot game. Well, not links to your Godot game, but links that go other. Oh my God. So you want to add So you want to add links to your social media on your Godot game. You don't know how to do that? Well, let me show you a couple different ways to do that. Let's get her going. So the first one and easiest one is going to be something called if you add a node here, it's called a link. Link button. So a link button is pretty much just a hyperlink, right? We go over here to the inspector tab of the text property. We can type in whatever we want. I'm gonna type in itch because I want to do an itch link. And then there's this thing called URI right here. And you could see that it takes hyperlinks or, oh my God, links, things, copy and paste in your thing. That's my itch. I'll put it in the corner here. Let's play it. I didn't save the scene. Let's play it. So now we see I got our game and we got over our corner. What happens if I click this? Boink. Wow, it goes to my itch page. Wow, my goodness, that is so crazy. I am so bad at this. Yeah, type in whatever you want, have whatever link you want. Let's say I want another one to link to my YouTube channel. I'll just duplicate the dang thing, type in YouTube, change the link, and bam. This should go to my itch. Yes, it does. This should go to my YouTube. Yes, it does. Grand. Now you might be like, oh, this is clickbait. I thought you were gonna show like the icons and like actual buttons. It's just like, well, I wanted to show you this one regardless. You know, there are multiple different contexts you could use something like this. But whatever, you don't like that? Fine. Let's crank it up a little bit. Now we're going to add some actual buttons. Button. Singular. Button. Now you notice the thing about the button, sure it has the text property, YouTube, but it doesn't have the whole URI property that the link buttons do. That should be fine. You should just be able to click on it. It'll go to the YouTube, right? No, silly, we haven't hooked up the logic for it. Great. How would one hook up the logic for this? Well, make sure our scene has a script somewhere in it. You know how to add signals? You go up here in the top right, say node, and then it'll see the built-in signals. And there'll be one called pressed. You just kind of put it in there wherever it'll fit, shove it in there. I don't really care. So now you're just like, oh gosh, I don't know how to code. What am I supposed to do here? Well, fortunately, it's particularly simple. There's a class called OS, which just takes the operating system pretty much. You could read in about it. I ain't gonna teach it to you here. But then you type a dot, right? Period, full stop, whatever you call it. And then there's a method in the OS class called shell open. It says, you can see there, it wants a URI. So I could just do the same exact thing, right? No, because it wants a string. It wants it wrapped in these little quotation ones. Okay, it doesn't seem to be mad at us. So let's try it again. So now when I click this YouTube button, it should go to my YouTube. Yes, it does. Grand. But what if I wanted another one to go to my itch page? Oh, well, then add another button. I don't know. Hook the signal up, do the same thing. os.shell_open, paste in your dangle, wrap it in the quotation marks, and then try it. Oh. I overlapped them. I didn't overlap them. I'm an idiot. I need to put text on it. Itch. I am itchy right now because it is very humid because there are tornadoes afoot. And I click the itch button, it goes to my itch page. I click on the YouTube button, it goes to my YouTube page. Great. So now what you've all been waiting for, I don't know why I decided to like clickbait you there, but images, textures, buttons, this. You want these? Well, let's put them in there then. I drew that. You can find these icons somewhere online if you want to, or you could draw your own. I don't care. I prefer you draw your own, honestly. There's a thing called a texture button. It's the same as a button, except it takes textures. So I can drag and drop a texture over there. Let's drag my itch texture on there. Wants to know which texture? Let's just say normal. Boom. So now we have a texture button here. Boom. Texture button. It's an itch. I got itch right now. Oh my gosh, it's so humid. Do the same thing as the other button. You already know how to do this, the signals, right? You go to the pressed, you add it to your dangle, you do your os.shell_open, you do your quotes, and then you do your paste. Boom. Let's try it out. We click it, and it leads us to the page. Wow. Let's do another one for my YouTube. I added the wrong thing. Texture button. There we go. YouTube texture normal. Slide it over there. I don't really care where it goes. Press signal to my dangle. So now you're not going to forget it. os.shell_open. Quotation marks. Well, that's not a quotation marks. And there you go. So now we try it again. The itch button leads to my itch page. The YouTube button leads to my YouTube page. I don't know why it took forever to load there. Probably tornado yoinked my internet service provider. So now you're saying like, well, it doesn't look like a button. Like these buttons over here, when you hover over them, they like look like they're buttons, but when you hover over yours, they don't look like that. Well, fortunately for you, the texture buttons have some properties to be able to add different textures depending on, you know, so if you click on it, it'll have a different texture. If you hover over it, it'll have a different texture. If it's disabled, it'll have a different texture. If it's focused, you know, you get it. So I already made different ones for my different ones because I want it to, whenever you hover over it, it actually fills in with this color, right? So when it's hovered over, it'll have the color. But now let's try it again. We hover over these buttons, there are buttons, we hover over these buttons. Oh my goodness. And they actually work. This leads me to my YouTube page. This leads me to my Itch page. Grand. Now I know 100% of you have left already because you have the attention span of a piece of plywood, but here's something important that I'd really like you to take into consideration. People don't want you to just randomly open up browsers whenever you're in their game. So here's a little thing that we could do for like quality of life things. There's a thing called a confirmation dialog box. Oh God. Oh, right. I can't drag it. I'm such an idiot. You go over here, initial position, center of whatever. Whenever they click on one of these buttons, I want it to tell them like, hey, you're about to go to this website. Are you sure you want to do this? Just a good quality of life thing. Take me to no by LMAO. Hey, this is I can't type with my long nails. Importante. You are about to open itch.io from Slack. Are you sure you want to continue? Sure, whatever. And so we'd have to hook up the logic for this thing and change up our logic. We only really need the confirmed one. We can move the old this to that, but whenever the texture button's pressed, we want to show our confirmation dialog box. Dot show. Drag it over. Dot show. Parentheses. Close parentheses. Just a little quality of life thing, you know? So when you go to click the button, boink, it says, hey, sure you want to go to open up your dang browser? If I say no, it disappears. If I say yes, it goes to the page. I hope that helped you out. If there's anything else you'd like to learn from me for whatever reason, you can leave it as a comment down below, you know, whatever, bro. Just get out of here, bud. Like, just get out. No, I need to approach this with more urgency. There's a tornado warning. Oh, here's an image of it. I don't know why I'm sounding sarcastic when I'm saying this, but it is actually truly 100% real. Please leave. You're gonna. I suppose I should add an end screen and not just leave you on a cliffhanger like that. I apologize. So I'm going to be making more of these game development tips kind of videos and other kind of videos. Like, I don't know, whether it's challenges or whether it's like maybe even drama. I don't know. But anyway, if you found that helpful, I do have another video about making an entirely new game for beginners. It really breaks down like a lot of the fundamental concepts and to hopefully easy to understand methodologies. I see a lot of these tutorials out here just claiming that they're for beginners, but then they just bring in some weird stuff like sines and cosines and tangents, and it just seemed a little bit too much to me. So I decided to make a video that was a lot more focused for actual beginners. So if that seems like something you'd benefit from, then there's this video right here. Oh my God, get out!